go. We got 2.0. I'm so excited. We are going to do this. This is going to be fun. I'm just going to send out a quick little announcement here, and then we are good to go. All right. 1 second. Send that out. And I think we are almost, almost ready. Not quite. We're getting there. All right. Let's do this. So we are absolutely going to be starting with Rome because why not? Rome's a fun playthrough. And we got Senatus Populus Romanus. For over 20 years, the nascent Roman Republic has fought a heart campaign against the Samnite people to the south. Although victory often seemed far from grasp, the war ended in Rome's favor, resulting in the liberation of the important Greek city of Neapolis. The Samnites, however, retreated to lick their wounds and so are far from defeated. In the north, the Etruscan people eyed the expansion of the Republic with apprehension. To the south, the myriad Greek city-states plot behind one another's back, all the while appealing to their benefactors in Greece for aid. On the far-flung island of Sicily, the foreign invasion of the mysterious Carthaginian Empire threatens to upset the precarious bounds of power in the region. Will Rome rise victorious or fall to internal strife and barbaric hordes? For the Horde. Oh, sorry, wrong game. Alright. So, this is going to take me a minute because this game does not look like what this game used to look like. I've been playing this game since 1.0, and so this is just, I mean, it's already vastly different. One, we don't start with any armies. Huh. Actually, you know, the game type where I gave a country a million tech might actually, except for they changed tech, so actually that wouldn't work anymore because I was going to say, without the starting armies, that kind of broke everything. So a couple things to go over here if you haven't checked out anything with the new update. The tech screen is completely different. And when I say completely different, I mean completely different. It's more of a skill tree setup now, which is interesting. I'm not exactly sure where to go with that, but we could look at something here. Military provincial investment cost. I'm not sure exactly. Army weight modifier. I mean, that can be helpful. Naval range, yeah, we're Rome. We don't need no navies. Civic, yeah, this is gonna take me a while to figure out exactly. National citizen, you know, I'm actually gonna grab that. Yeah, let's grab that. So that costs 1. Okay, so that cost 1 point there. So let's go back to Marshall, and we're gonna start with the artisans. So that's gonna cost 1. We've got 6 left because what I want to look at here now is starting experience, supply limit. Supply limit's actually useful. And I'm actually going to grab these 2 starting experiences. I find that to be quite useful, especially towards the beginning, because of the fact that we're starting. We're going to need that. Discipline, we definitely want that discipline boost early on. I'm going really for the military ones first. More supply limit, loyalty of generals, more discipline. I mean, why would I not take that? We got 1 more point that we can spend. Professional training, military education, great wonder. Legion maintenance costs, reinforcement speed, starting experience again, heavy infantry discipline. Yep, we want that heavy infantry discipline, so we'll not be able to get that yet, but that'll sort of start getting us there. Along that same sort of field, if we look under, goodness, where, oh, is it military? Yeah, military. So we are in the Roman and Italic tribe tradition. So if I go into the Roman tradition, we once again get that skill tree. This is what we're looking at early, is that siege ability. But we can also grab things from the Italic tribe. And so I think we're actually able to gain other traditions by embracing those nations. Hey, Mr. Kid, what's up? How you doing today? So let's go and look at. Let me go back to military. So I don't think we start with a legion. We do not start with a legion. So we have to fight entirely with levies. 30 pops, 3 additional supporting units, and then I can also raise levies in Magna Graecia. We'll largely be raising our levies out of Italia. It's very similar to EU4, but with the most recent 2.0 update, it changed. The military aspect of the game changed entirely, and it's actually more of a pop space game instead of a straight military expansionist game, which is slightly different. Let's get that morale boost. I mean, it's going to have your similar sort of EU4 stuff. I'm doing a Roman playthrough right now just so I can sort of learn the bases of the new update, because as I said, I mean, they changed. This game is very different from when it first came out, and so it's going to take a little bit. We're mainly Roman, Hellenic. Yeah, managing your country is definitely more, you're more apt to see civil wars, to see countries fall apart than you are in EU4. Once you get big, you start steamrolling. This one, I mean, that same thing can take into effect, but it's got characters and stuff, so you have to also manage character loyalties. It's sort of been a blend of like CK3, EU4, Vicky 2, but it's sort of starting to get its own sort of vision for what it is. It's sort of, when they made it, they just blended all the other games together. It still, to this day, has the most gorgeous map of all the games, though. But we are going to try to rebuild the Roman Empire, and I'm going to say... Actually, let me go and check. Is it government I want? No. Nation overview? Nope. Where's missions? This whole side thing here is completely new. Missions, very bottom. So, Roman Italia. So, we're going to start the Roman Italia mission. And we are going to start with encourage expansion. So if task is currently in progress. Okay. Hey, it's Pug. What's up, Puglorf? How you doing? Welcome to some fun map games. Do I want to export? No, I'm not giving away my iron. That's not happening. So we are going to... Scoundrels aren't going anywhere. No, we're gonna strike. I'm hoping to get some pretty quick expansion up into Etruria. I still have to sort of remember how all of the economics and everything work. I don't think that I want to trade away all of my trade goods early on, so we're gonna sort of hold on to those for now. The Etruscans must be destroyed. I mean, that's absolutely. And that's actually going to be our first war. So let's see if we can... Who are they allied with? Okay, so you used to be able to just declare war on Etrusca. And it was really, really easy. So let's go and take Tuscia. Declare war. Less than 6% Senate approval, so I will get some tyranny. Which is fine. I don't mind getting a little bit of tyranny. We do have a truce with them, though. Dang, when is my truce? What? How long is my truce with them? Rome has a casus belli. Till 58? You kidding me? Oh, I can't declare war on them for that. Oh, man. All right, well, let's look south. I don't have any claims. Morale of armies. Yeah, we'll take that morale boost. I'm very interested. The main part about the Marius 2.0 update is they completely overhauled the way that wars work in this game. And that's one of the reasons why I'm really sort of like, let's go to war with someone. I want to see the new war. Historic wars. Oh, attack is absolutely the best form of defense. Yeah, because we're going to be going on the aggressive. Treasury. So this guy's been corrupt. So that's going to give corruption. He'll lose some loyalty. Or that one, he loses a lot of loyalty. Yeah, we'll just do that one. This is where we hope that nobody ends up hating me, but... So yeah, he's disloyal now, so it's just something sort of to keep an eye on. At the moment... Our country's small enough where disloyal characters aren't really going to be that big of an issue, but definitely still something to keep an eye on. I can get political influence. I can lose some money and gain loyalty. Yeah, I mean, might as well get that political influence. Sure. Do we hold any holy sites? Rome is a holy site. Okay. It could be worse. Yes, it could be worse. That's not that bad. Lack of a commander. Oh, okay, so my navy doesn't have a. Rome gains claim on Umbria. Yes, perfect. Where is Umbria? Now is where we got to figure out, because that's going to give me a spot to attack. And I'm going to give them a general. I'm going to give them not like a great general. Oh my goodness, this screen is. Oh, okay, so this must be 9th Marshal. Oh, they put it in Roman numerals. Oh, they're going to get me with that. Is it bad that I saw the Roman numerals and I like immediately went to Super Bowls to figure out what was what? All right, where is Umbria? Because that's going to be an early point of expansion. Is there a search? Find a location. Umbria. Perfect. Oh, man. Depending on who... Yes, they'd pull in Sabina. Oh, my goodness. I could do this war. All right, here we go. So this is going to be a 3-war. We get some tyranny. We're going to war against 3 countries. All right, so now that we are at war, let's go and check. I think I want to go military, and I want to raise levies. Raise levies. So that's going to... It reduces our research points, manpower, and taxes, because you are literally now... You are using the pops, such as your nobles, your citizens, your freemen, tribesmen, and you are turning them into soldiers. Now, I'm not sure if I lose armies, if I actually lose those pops. I'm not 100% certain how that works, given the recent update. But that'll be an interesting thing to see. Like, if this army gets wiped out, do I lose 3 pops? That would be a really interesting mechanic to have, because it would make you need to be really defensive of your pops. The main thing with having to use them for your armies like that is the fact that my economy is weaker while I'm at war. Get some claims on the Sabian territories. Alright, and our goal here is going to be to take out whoever this green... Oh, shoot. I'm going to lose these armies right here. I messed up. Oh, shoot. Well, we're going to see a little bit of how some things work here. Yikes. That 1.5 just got smoked. Is that a stat? Okay, good. It wasn't a stack wipe. So, now if I go to my military, are they going to... That levy's already raised. So I wonder if I don't lose pop from losing battles. Rome. So this one gives me aggressive expansion, and I get a ton of claims. Sure, why not? You can see the combat's very similar to your EU4. It's that basic style of, you've got your sieges, although they did change that up. I do kind of like the diamonds there. That's a nice touch. If I can knock out green, then honestly things don't really matter. And actually my vassals are pushing them back. Perfect. That's the nice thing about Rome start. You do start with 3 vassals, so being able to use them for early conflicts really puts Rome in a huge advantage for rapid expansion. So I'm actually going to take these guys, send them back up here. The idea is to take green out immediately, and once they're gone, we're in a pretty good spot. The ascendance of Rome. The efforts of our more belligerent senators have succeeded in persuading the majority of the Curia and even the people of Rome that Italia is ours. The Campus Martius is alive with the cries of our confident soldiers, and fresh haruspices reinforce the gods' assent for war each day. The end of the recent conflict where enemies in Etruria and Samnia has left our republic as the strongest power on the Italian peninsula. Our victory has firmly convinced our feudatories in the value of supporting our cause and has shown other small states the value of being on our side. Roman settlers are now moving on their own accord into the regions of the north and east, establishing new colonies, expecting our protection. All look to us, from Samnia and Etruria to Sicily and Carthage, awaiting our next move. I sing of warfare and a man at war. The flavor text in this game is really nice. Actually, there's a yep. There we go. So we're gonna let the looting be gentle. We don't want to we don't really want to slam things around all that much because this is gonna be our primary area, Italy. So we got 3 pops distributed as slaves, but the majority of the city is left in good condition. And we are going to send this guy. Oops, wrong. This guy up here. Perfect. Because we are almost where. Nice. Easy stack wipe there. Took out 1k. And I'm almost tempted to send my 16k down to knock out this group here. I don't get their DLC, but weren't Alexander's successors and Greece in general touched before? Sort of. They have done some stuff. This one really fleshed out areas that desperately needed. I mean, the primary thing with this update is the military changes. The flavor that comes to, so they gave new like mission trees to the Antigonid Kingdom, the Seleucid Empire, Egypt. Those hadn't been touched. Some of them had in like there was the pre-order bonus that gave like a tiny little bit of flavor, but as far as like really being changed, not really. I'm hoping that their next one is going to be tribal. And I think that this DLC was actually, it puts the game in a really good spot because of the fact that I think it's in a good spot to expand. You've got the major powers in Rome, Carthage, Greece, the Antigonid Kingdom, Seleucid Empire, Egypt are in really good condition now. Now you need to start flushing out. There's still not really a reason to play the tribes. There's still not really a reason to play India. There's not really a huge reason to play nations outside of sort of those major European powers. So it definitely still needs some work with that. But I do think that the DLC and expansion of Alexander's successors in this update finally put them at a spot where they feel well done. Prior to this, it was really just that one. I don't even think like Macedon had a mission tree. I think it just had whatever the game came with. It was very, very bland. And so they feel fleshed out now. And I haven't touched Macedon. I haven't touched Egypt. I haven't done any of those. I'm planning on doing some run-throughs in them. But I wanted to do Rome because it's easy mode and just learning the new military changes and everything on an easier country just sort of puts you in a better spot. But yeah, I mean they have been touched on, but I think it was a smart. Up to 3 holdings will be granted. Do I want to give Rome loses 50 approval? Console veto? Sure, why not? I'm not very good at managing the Senate, but I can figure it out. Yeah, and this is one of the interesting things because of the fact that I can't just go and use my money to build an army. I'm actually kind of curious what the value of money in this game will be. If there's anything they did, I think they've updated skin. Well, in the whole, I mean, this bar on the left-hand side is brand new. All the images, the whole UI has received a complete overhaul. A couple things, if you haven't really looked at things, I mean, technology. This is a complete overhaul to the technology system. Same with military, a complete overhaul with now levies and legions, as well as the traditions are now mission trees. The whole game has and that's where I'm saying with they gave the flavor package to the heirs of Alexander, so they got new mission trees, they got new tech stuff, but the actual core of the update was overhauling the UI, overhauling the military, overhauling technology. You hated the invention that Oh, they were stupid. The fact that it was just if you have money, you can buy them, and if you have money, you also can't buy them because they cost 1,000,000 coins. Yeah, they were really really bad, and they have a whole new currency for it now, where you have to get innovations, and when you get innovation, you can use that to purchase something along any of these mission trees that you want to go for. So if you want to focus entirely on military, you can use any of the innovations you get from any of your people to focus on that military growth. Yeah, and I could see that coming later on. And it's Paradox. There probably will be a DLC at some point. But it definitely is one of those things that requires a lot. I remember reading one point with EU4 when they were making mission trees for it, and they still are. There was a dev diary which I think they said it takes 4 to 6 weeks to create a mission tree for one country. It's a lot of manpower that goes into developing a mission tree that is balanced and that works, and the testing that goes into it. So I could definitely see something with sort of unique text coming at some point. I could also see it staying the same and just sort of being, all nations are sort of teching up together and they're just reaching different elements. I do like the branching paths allow you to create a nation now that you want to create. You can focus on military, you can focus on your economy, you can focus on religion. Ooh, we gained steadfast. All right, so my general here just got better. That's actually really helpful. And I wonder if no, we're still not. We're about a year away from being able to piece out the individual nations, if I'm correct. So if I go to Sabina, oh no, they will. Okay. So if I go to Sabina and take all of what they have, perfect. Yes. You know what? I'm gonna banish. I like banishing to reduce aggressive expansion. So we are now a regional power, and then we're also gonna sue for peace on Picienta, and we should be able to 100% them. Easy money, perfect, and we're gonna banish. Perfect. Hey, Square, how you doing? What's up? And then we're going to go take this guy and put him around there. So we haven't been able to take out the Etrurians because of the fact that we have a truce with them at the start of the game. That is also new. I don't, and I could be wrong here, I remember declaring war on Etruria basically when the game would start, you would just go and declare war on them in the first month and get a huge expansion to the Roman Republic. You now start with a truce with them, and I can't declare war on them for another 5 years. So that'll be a large expansion, but luckily we're able to find some other territory for expansion and start building ourselves up. I do want to continue to keep an eye on this tech stuff. So this is civic. So you still have civic level, or you still have tech levels? Okay, so yeah, you still have tech levels, but it must be every time you level up a tech, you get an innovation, which means I don't think you're going to be able to. It's not like before where if you had the money, you could get anything. And so I mean, technically, depending on how long the game goes, you still could get anything, but it's definitely more based around now sort of picking and choosing what advances for the country that you want. So we are going to be able to fully take them, and that is going to bring about an end to our first war. And we're looking pretty good. I think we've got some tyranny. Oh no, that's aggressive expansion. We do definitely have some tyranny, though. Just a little bit, not that big a deal. They didn't want to go to war, we went to war anyway. And now we're going to want to, if we go to our levies, we're going to send them back. So disband a levy will make all of its levied pops return to their homes and block you from raising the levy again until 4 months have passed. Interesting. So if you disband a levy in the middle of the war, you have to wait 4 months. Okay. And you gain experience for, that's cool. So the way you gain military experience now is based on your levies fighting. I kind of like that. And return all of them. Now, it doesn't look like we lost any pops from what I'm looking at here. That's one of the things I am interested in seeing. If one of our armies gets wiped, are we going to lose pops? Because that would be interesting. We do not have the laws to recruit legions. So actually, let me go and see if we can look into recruiting a legion at any point. All of these screens are so much cleaner than they used to be. It is absolutely, they've done an amazing job with the UI in this game. And honestly, this makes me actually really want to play this game more. This might become a regular thing because I really liked Imperator. There was just some things about it that I just couldn't do. And this is just, and I played this game, honestly, quite a bit. We'll be able to raise a legion in the capital region. Here we go. So, if I do this, gain matched manpower, so this is gonna, so our levies will be a little bit smaller, but we'll be able to get a legion. Oh, and that's unrest. So, yeah, let's do the Punic reforms. Levied citizens are the core of the Republican society, and this system must remain the main part of our armies. Nonetheless, wars against Carthage and Macedon highlight the need to lighten the old recruitment rules, allowing even those with little to no property to serve. Likewise, the levy must be supplemented by a more lasting force, always ready to hurry to do the Senate's bidding. Now, I'm not sure if that was a bad idea, because we're just sort of learning right now, but I should be able to, so what are my levies going to look like? So yeah, this was 32. It's now 26. And they also made the unit stacks smaller. So this stack of 4 used to be 4,000. It's now 2,000. So this stack of 26, instead of being 26,000, will now be 13,000. But I can now raise an Italian legion. And I can put, that guy's a 9... 8, 9, 10, but he's 63 years old. Do I want to put the 63-year-old? I'm going to put the 23-year-old in charge. I think I just messed something up. We're also on the threshold of a civil war. That's not good. So we'll have to make sure that doesn't happen. So, let's go military, raise a legion, and I'm going to select the young guy. Oh, these are the 4 commander. Oh, okay. Enlist a new missing key for the Legion. On Legion creation, the first commander will become Legate and assume control. Okay. So what we're gonna want then, add heavy infantry. So what if we did 8 heavy, 2 supply. What's a cohort? Add engineers. Oh, interesting. Those must help with sieges, but that's probably going to cost us money, and honestly, we don't actually make that much, so this might be a bad idea. And let's add some cavalry to the wings, and I lack the manpower. All right, we're going to wait on legions for a little bit. I probably enacted that too soon, and that's honestly probably something that should have been waited on a little bit longer until I had unified just a little bit more of the peninsula. So we're going to welcome a new family. So let's look and see here if anyone is sort of jumping out. Oh my goodness. Gaius is a 12 military. Yes, and 8-8. That guy is actually solid. So I can call an omen. So let's go and see, what do we got here? Morale of armies and discipline, national commerce, aggressive expansion change, monthly ruler popularity gain. Let's do this. It's going to increase our commerce a little bit. That's not bad. And I'm going to look at doing some trades. I know that one guy yeah. Let's trade some wine. That's going to help us afford the legions. I do not want to trade my iron. They really want to buy it from me. You can have some wine. I'm keeping my iron, keeping my iron, keeping my iron. Keeping my iron. Wow, all they want is iron, iron, iron. Nope, nope, nope. That looks like the rest of it is just iron, but that does get us a little bit. So now we need to take care of a couple. We got a scorned family, so let's go and see which family is scorned. It's probably the Junii. Is that the new family? I think it is. So if we go to, here's what we're going to do here. I'm going to take this guy from here. We're going to look at the Junii family. Is there an easy way to, this is also a different screen. Here we go. Yep. So they are scorned. Navy is just a good way to make people happy. And there goes the risk of civil war. There goes the scorned family. We do have a low food supply, but that is slowly recovering. Unused trade routes in the capital. Let's see if we want to import anything. So importing things, we could look at things such as, elephants, but nobody's going to want to trade those with us. I'm trying to think what we would want, and I have to remember sort of what everything does. But I think at the moment, I'm not going to worry about importing things right now, and we're going to work on why import things if you can just conquer people and take it. Mission task can be completed. Unseat the Umbrians. So that's going to assimilate their population a little bit faster, as well as, so that's 4 freemen, 4 freemen, 4 freemen, and after a period of reduced output, a city will be constructed. Huh. That is interesting. So that's 3 pops become Roman, 6 become Roman, 8 become Roman. So this is where I try to figure out. So do I take the 8 pops become Roman and gain 4 Roman freemen? So that's going to give 12 Romans on that property, on that territory. Or do I take the 3, but after a period of time, it becomes a city? That is hard to tell. You know what? I'm going to go with the majority now. This is going to possibly get offered that they'll become a tributary. I mean, I'm going to demand it, and if they don't become a tributary, then we're just going to take them. Perfect. Okay. And they said no, so we get claims on them. Honestly, I didn't really want them to become a tributary, because that just means I have to deal with them being a tributary. They have no friends. Sweet. None of my subjects want to join, though. That is unfortunate, but that's really annoying that none of my subjects want to join. They're all disloyal. Where is subject loyalty? It must be here. My opinion. Loyalty. I wonder if I raise my levy. You know what? What if I raised a legion and we went with 4... I just can't afford a legion at the moment. So if I was to raise this one, now are they still disloyal? Because of the fact that still that power relative to Overlord. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, so yeah, they lose that power. That is an interesting gimmick. And there they go. They all will join now. Okay, so a way to make vassals loyal. They're going to be disloyal while I don't have any troops, while my levies are dismissed. But the moment I call the levies up, they become loyal because now the military power is similar because theirs were also put away. So let's go and raise these levies also. And we're going to send both of them. We're going to combine them together first and then let the 2 of them do work. See if we can continue to get some more military points. I guess probably the best way to put it. There's definitely a better way, but the stuff for tradition, because I do really want this one, the 10% siege ability. But we are currently, what are we at? 30 military experience. We do gain points every month. We gain military experience every month. But fighting wars and winning wars appear to be a way to further increase that. Which it used to be just sort of a regular tick as a result of fighting wars, but it's definitely sort of a new way to do it now with units being able to, when they disband, they'll give you that military experience. Okay, during the struggle, 1,000 of our 15,000 troops were killed, but we killed 2,500 of their 7,000. So that's going to significantly weaken them. And I'm going to take the weaker of these 2 armies and put them here. And the stronger of the 2 armies is going to go and chase down the enemy. Make sure that we do not leave any survivors, although it appears that they are actually falling back. So we're going to send them to the other capital there. If we could hit them again before they get a chance to sort of rally, which it looks like we are going to get to, we should be able to deal some significant damage to them and just continue to take what territory here we are able to take. No, this is going to be nice. When I do get around to getting that better processor for this computer, which I am hoping to get in the next couple of days, hopefully, maybe, I'll get around to ordering it. I just need to know what I'm getting. This game's going to run smooth and nice, and we're going to be able to do some awesome, awesome campaigns in it. Let's see. Let's go and aggressive expansion. All right, Rome's looking decent. Rome is looking decent. If I'm correct, these are all subjects. So that's just, these are just guys who are going to work with me. Doesn't matter what I do, they will work with me. So now we are starting to get where these Greek city-states are definitely going to be more of a conflict. And we're really waiting on the ability to take Etruria. That's going to be that rapid expansion that we need. So we just crushed the Samnites. And what do we got? 6 and 4. 6 and 4. 4. 3. You know what? I'm going to do a new coastal city. Let's go and build a city. See what happens with that. And I think that this one I could declare they're allied with the Samoan. I mean, that's an easy. Yeah, let's go and just hit them. So, yeah, this is definitely going to be the period of rapid expansion. There's not even a need to dismiss our levies. Just go straight for the small guys up top here. If we can push into northern Italy, that's going to put us in a good spot. Because we're all... Oh, my goodness. What happened to Macedon? Wow, I'm curious. You know, I'm actually curious to see what is going on. What is going on? Okay, Egypt is hyper-aggressive. The Seleucid Empire is sort of doing the same thing. The Antigonid Kingdom has absolutely annihilated Macedon. That is interesting. And I'm curious how much of that is a result of the changed mission trees. The fact that those countries now have mission trees puts them in a spot where they actually expand in specific ways. That is really interesting. I do want to do an AI only at one point and put it up on YouTube. I just have no time in my life, and so that's why I was like, you know what? If I've got 2 hours, 3 hours of free time, I'd rather play it than watch the AI play. And so that's why we're streaming it tonight instead of me letting my computer run an AI only overnight. Alright, so are they sieging? No, that's the siege from mine. Okay. But we should be able to, yeah, we'll have both of their areas under siege, and this will continue our push into northern Italy. What are we looking at with Etruria? They have expanded actually a considerable amount. They do not have allies, though. So once our truce is over, we should be able to basically take the rest of northern Italy. Actually, the more they expand, we'll actually be looking at putting ourselves in a decent spot. We're going to sell some cloth. Sell some more cloth. Keep the iron. Keep the iron. Keep the iron. Keep the iron. I don't want other countries having iron. Iron is required to recruit heavy infantry. And I don't want to give other countries that ability because heavy infantry shred everything else. And it's still just everywhere. There's definitely a way to turn off. Actually, let me see if I can figure out how that works. There should be a trade. Yeah, trade overview. So if I go to permitted requests and I actually want to turn off. Let me see if I can find it. Let me turn off iron. So that should end requests for iron. I will trade just about anything else if it results in me building up my economy because of the fact that we do want to get that legion. Once we get a legion, all of a sudden things are looking solid for us because of the fact that that's just huge to be able to have an army that we were able to design in the specific way that we want, get some heavy infantry. We do have some Heavy infantry, I think in this one. Actually, this one's primarily heavy, 7. It is 14 light infantry. It doesn't have any archers. That's interesting. But we should be able to create what we're looking for. Still have unused trade routes, low supply. Soon have an election, and we have prisoners abroad. Oh, I need to take up Frontia. Is this Frontia? No, that's Sion's. So I can gain stability but lose happiness. I can lose stability and gain money. Or I can tyranny and gain manpower. What's our stability like? I mean, our stability is honestly fine. What if we take tyranny? I mean, what's my tyranny at? My tyranny's at 0, and that decreases relatively fast. I'll take the manpower boost. I mean, that's almost a half year worth of manpower. I only gain 90 each month. We're just waiting on these 2 sieges. We've elected a new ruler. The Optimates are now in control, and our new ruler is Publius Cornelius Barbatus. Well, Barbatus, it is up to you to do us well. Let the looting be gentle. We distributed some slaves, and we are going to send this guy north. Take out whatever armies he can in the way, and we are very, very close to being able to win this little war. Let's get Omen Power, State Religion, Happiness. And can I hit this guy? Yes. All right. There we go. I was able to gimmick him around there, and that's going to let us hit that 3K stack, kill another 1,500 troops. And that should, once this capital here falls, that's going to just about do it. They're actually about to hit us again, and that's going to be a stack wipe. I just happened to have my army exactly where they were already heading on their retreat, and so they retreated right into my army, immediate stack wipe. And that's going to end that. So we should be, once that siege is over, can I get the full surrender? Yes, we can. And Rome is a little bit stronger. That is exactly what we are looking at. Oh, I love that Roman red. That Roman red is such a beautiful thing. I still cannot get over how much Macedon exploded. Is Thrace? Oh my goodness. Thrace is losing to the Antiquated Kingdom. We're like 6 years in, and the AI is hyper aggressive. I love it. I think that's great. I think that's going to lead to some really entertaining gameplay. Because of the fact that I actually feel like I need to be more hyper aggressive now, because of the fact that I'm in a sense, I'm competing. If I let someone like the Antiquated Kingdom gain too much power, that's not necessarily a good thing. All right, nobody is scorned, so we can just take the best. Take the best. If there was someone who was scorned, I would have gone with them versus just going for the best, but we didn't need to work on that. All right, so we have not ended the Etruscans, but do we really? That's driving out the Gauls? That's interesting. Okay, cool. Drive out the Gauls. Sena Gallica. That one's going to form a city. Arminium, form a city. We will not get involved with detailed planning. Interesting. So that lets me sort of let the Gauls continue to be the Gauls. We're going to go and build a city in Arminius. I'm not really looking to have a hyper decentralized state. I am looking to have a very, very centralized Roman state that is just dominant. I think we're 2 years away from our war with the Etrurians, so we can actually take our militaries. Why don't we disband them? So that's going to get us a little bit. Not a huge amount. It was a pretty small war. I think our next war, the levies, that's where we're going to be looking at a pretty significant boost here. Yo, Noodle, what's up? Noodle is raiding with a party of 5. Noodle raid, Cospire, what's up? How you doing? We got land, 4 holdings. Yeah, sure, we'll give them some holdings. Why not? No, holdings was added in the, not the most recent update, but the one before that, and so that's definitely still something I'm figuring out. Selenium becomes a city. All right, so that's our boost there, building that city. Things are good, Noodle. Yeah, it has been a while. I haven't really streamed regularly in a while. I'm hoping to get back into it a little bit, but life is crazy between just my wife, my daughter, my 2 jobs. It's just life is insane, and so trying to figure out exactly how to balance that while also throwing in some Twitch streaming every now and then definitely is hard to figure all that out. I had been trying to do some YouTube stuff, and it takes up just as much time. Your internet's barely working, but hey, as long as it's working a little bit, that's all that matters, right? That's alright, I totally get it. My internet tends to just bum out whenever it feels like it. Alright, let's trade some olives. Let's trade some wine. We got to get that income up. I really want to recruit a legion. No, but thank you guys so much for the raid. I hope you guys enjoy. If you like map games at all, I play a lot of map games. I love grand strategy games. I like games that let me build or play out my just historical dreams of just the Roman Empire and everything that comes along with it. So that's why this game is absolutely amazing. Plus the new update is it's phenomenal. So I could send a gift to Marcia, which is going to lose me money and political influence. I could get back some land, but I'm not going to give them back some land. Or I could ignore them. I'll give them some gifts. Why don't placate them? Sure, why not? Sell some more olives. We're actually almost where I'm looking at financially to recruit that legion. So there we go. Oh, Square getting groceries. Alright, so we're going to look at this legion. This is another whole new thing. We're going to try to recruit the Italian legion. Let's go with 8. How much is it going to cost for me to get 8 heavy infantry? Of course. So, yeah, sure, we'll spend some money and do some repairs. Man, why does it keep... Alright, I'm going to pause it because it keeps bugging out. And I think it's because it's not paused. Alright, so 8 heavy infantry. Let's go with 2 cohorts. Or 2 supply trains. Let's go with 2 light cavalry. Let's go with 4 archers. That's a maintenance of 4, which we are absolutely not able to do. Oh, your baby had her first birthday. That's awesome. Congrats, Square. That's cool. That's been a while. Man, why are we all like getting old since I started streaming? That's crazy. Let's go recruit this legion. So we now have the first Italian legion. It is a large step for a nation to show it has the resources to keep a standing army. As we have formed Legio Italia, we now stand as a nation above others. Our glorious nation enters a new era of professional soldiers that will show no mercy to our enemies. Additionally, they will be able to forge a legacy of their own, and bravery or lack thereof shall determine its character. So I now have Legio Italia. I can edit the composition whenever, take some out, add some to it. It's only got 8,000 strength, so it's not really a dominant force yet, but it is the firstborn among the legions, so it gets army morale recovery and loyalty gain chance decreased. So it will most likely be loyal to Rome and not loyal to anyone else. It is also the founding of any standing legion is a monumental day of our nation. With pride and honor, our loyal troops remember the oaths they swore. So it gets boosted morale, army movement speed, and discipline. That's actually awesome. Yo, no worries. I almost didn't stream tonight because I have a headache from work today. Yeah, my head's been pounding me all day, but I was like, you know what? I just really want to play this update. So, hey, Noodle, I would rather you raid and bail than not raid and not bail. So, appreciate it. All right, let's what is this going to do to our economy? So, a couple things I can do to fix. We're now losing money because of our new legion. But I'm going to go and reduce our fort maintenance. That is going to be almost enough. And then we're like, let's go and, if I sell some people some wood and some dyes, that should be enough. We can now afford an 8K standing legion. And that is going to be the kind of thing that puts us into a better position to expand. Yeah, we'll let them hate us. Because our next goal is sort of this Lusitania area, but they've just got so much going on. I'll lose some loyalty. Sure, why not? I'm curious if something like Tarentum. Now, there's a massive web of alliances here. So the more that I can build up, the better off we're gonna be when we do decide to move south. We do have a Scorned family now. That's obnoxious. Let me go and see. Do we have any open positions? We do not. And it's a little bit harder now to see exactly who is what. So they want 3. So if I did something there, it used to be, and I think that's the one sort of frustrating thing that I'm looking at here, is it used to tell me how many, if I went to go and switch them, so I can see that, like, this guy is from the Scorned family. Okay, so it does still tell me if they're from ones that don't need it, but how can I tell if this guy, Lucius Papyrus, is he from a family? I'm not sure. Because that would sort of determine whether or not I could move him. Loyalty of Lucius Papyrus. Loyalty of them. Man, I wish I knew, because I would go and like swap this guy here, and now we are at risk of a civil war. So we don't have Scorned families anymore, but we are at a risk of a civil war, and that's going to be because of the or not the Scorned family, but just people don't like me. But a little bribe, we just throw a little money at it, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, there's no civil war. So all you need, if you're going to deal with a civil war, throw a little money at it, because here's the thing. Did that gain a little bit of corruption? Yes. Is corruption my problem? No, it's future me's problem. So if I don't have to deal with it and future me can deal with it, I'm going to let future me deal with it. Because clearly when running a country, just let future you deal with it. Alright, so let's go and we can make a little bit more money if we want to sell some olives. I think we're going to keep the rest of our resources that we currently have. We are just months away from being able to declare war on Etruria, so that's really what we're looking at right now. It's going to let them gain money and loyalty. Dang, I'm going to have to lose stability. I don't have 147 to give to that guy, so we'll take the stability hit. It's not going to be enough to throw us into a civil war or anything. And let me go check the month for our, we got truces. Alright, so our truce, Samnia, Etruria. November, oh man, I've got to wait through like the entire year here. That's obnoxious. So we're waiting for this year to tick by so we can go to war. How's everyone doing? What's everyone up to? Who else is playing the Marius update? Anyone else out there playing Imperator? Or are you just checking it out and seeing if it's worth it or not? Square's playing balloons. I used to play balloons when I worked at my college library, and I worked the 9 to midnight shift, and I would play balloons on, I think it was on Congregate. And yeah, that was basically, that's what I did when I was working. I just played balloons. It was fun. I think I stopped playing it when they started charging money for it, because I couldn't justify spending money on a tower defense game that the old ones were free. And I mean, I get it. They've got to make money. I mean, there's a lot of resources that go into whatnot. So let's go and ransom. Oh man, they won't do it for that. What's it gonna take? 30? You're telling me I can do it for? I mean, I'll ransom him for 36. Sure. That I believe that was affecting our stability. So having that guy back. So how much is it? Because I mean, I'm a huge fan of tower defense games. So I mean, I bet it absolutely is. I would love to try something like that at some point. No, I'm hoping to get some more stuff on the streams going forward. $10, 15, not much. Hey, that's not bad. I'm planning on. I might at some point move my my Xbox downstairs, and my wife and I play COD together like literally 3 or 4 nights a week, and so I might move my Xbox Series X down into my streaming basement area, and my wife and I might stream some COD every now and then, and so we're trying to bring some more stuff. I'm trying to do more streams and YouTube stuff of less of things where I'm like, hey, people are gonna like this. I'm gonna try to do this to make money, and more of just, you know what, I like playing this game. My time to play games is limited, so yeah. What happened to? Oh, it's because they're disloyal. Oh, snap. That changes everything. So we've got disloyal characters, and that is causing us to not get as many levies as we would normally. Marcia is not coming in because they're disloyal, and I was not able to boost my stuff enough. Let's go and try to influence. No, let's go relational. I'm going to try to boost my relation with them. Improve relations. Because of the fact that I do want them to join. What type of army are we looking at here? Can I look at that on this screen? Okay, so they're at Military Tech 2 and they have 8 ships. But that doesn't tell me. I used to be able to look at this screen and I'd be able to look at exactly how much manpower. It doesn't look like it has it anymore here. Interesting. So you can see their navy. Does that mean, do they have a or did they take that away? I mean, that would be an interesting thing to take away, the ability to look at a country and know exactly what you're looking at. That's interesting. Oh yeah, I might check it out if I have some time. I mean, I'm probably gonna, because I worked an 8-hour day today, and came home and my daughter needed me, and then she went to bed and I came straight on this. So I might end up spending a little bit of time with my wife before bed. You know, watch some. We're watching through Big Bang Theory right now, and so I might go and do that. But I might try and check it out a little bit if I grab some time. But my time is always mad limited. Alright, so I am looking at going to war, but as I said, I'm so used to being able to look at this and just know whether or not it's a safe bet that not being able to do that has me honestly a little nervous. I can't believe that they don't have that. I mean, all of these games. But once again, I would be kind of okay with it, but it's different because the levy system. The levy system must be what changes it. There's no need to look and see what their manpower and everything is, because if they don't have their troops levied, that's gotta be that makes sense to me as to why that's changed. That is really interesting. So they want independence, and I don't want to give them independence, so that's making them not like me, which is really annoying because of the fact that I want to be able to pull them in when I go to war. And I should be able to. Who are they pulling in? They're pulling in these 2 tiny nations up north. They'll join no matter what. This isn't like EU4 where you can sort of wait it around. 99 times out of 100 they are going to join. So why don't we just go for it? I mean, this is what, 4v3 and I'm Rome. This should be an easy win. They're okay with it. It gains approval. So we are now at war. Can I look at? Yeah, this is crazy. Which honestly makes more sense. Sometimes with the Paradox games, the amount of information you have going into a war is almost too much. You know exactly what you're looking at. And so having a little bit less, I mean, that definitely made me hesitate on whether or not I actually wanted to go to war. But we've got our Imperial Legion. We've got our levies. It only gives us a 14k stack. Now, if this was pre-update, I probably would be invading with like a 20k stack right now. So that's definitely going to change the way that I'm able to do things. But the hope is if I can go and siege the buildings, siege their main areas, let my vassal areas sort of carpet siege the rest of it, harass them, we should be all right. Ideally, I only have 10 boats. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get us across to Corsica, but that is definitely something that we want to make sure that we are able to get done. The great temple of Archegos was dedicated to Heracles, has been sacked by the forces of Carthage. Uh, we will remember this. Carthage, we will remember that. Where is Carthage is expanding into Sicily. So we're definitely going to want to, once I beat Etruria here, we're going to focus the majority of our focus on expanding into the south because of the fact that we need to counter Carthage. Stellaris is getting an update soon that does something similar. You won't know what the enemy is until you do some spying. That makes sense. That makes sense a lot. I actually played some Stellaris. I was playing it on my Xbox because of the fact that, I don't know, I just like playing things on console. And I just hadn't played it in a while. I think the only frustrating thing about it on console is it runs so slow. And so when I got the Series X, I was super excited. I downloaded it on there. And I was like, all right, here we go. I got a stronger system. Let's get some high-speed Stellaris on console going. And no, it was still mad slow. So, yeah, I was a little disappointed that I couldn't get Stellaris to run at, like, a high speed on console. But I actually did enjoy it quite a bit. Alright, so we got our carpet siege going on here. The siege of Valentia is won. So I believe I saw their army go here. And then because of the fact that the northern part of their country is basically been carpet sieged, I'm actually going to take this moment to, one, destroy this army here. And then send at least probably the smaller section. Oh, the console edition will always be behind PC, and I think it's just one of those things you accept if you're going to play it on console. Like, yes, you get the benefit of, you know, playing it with a keyboard or with a controller on your couch in your living room, but it will be, any game, if you want to play it up to date, you play the PC version. The console is more for convenience. I was just really surprised. The max speed on the Xbox One was 3, and the max speed on the Series X is also 3. I really was hoping for a higher max speed on the Series X. I was very, very disappointed when I saw that there was no higher speed. Okay, so it looks like they have actually ended their other war that they had going on there. So this is going to be our opportunity to... that's good, and it doesn't look like they took a bunch of territory from them. So we're going to go and take Corsica. We might be able to get out of here with a major, major victory. And my allies continue carpet sieging, and they don't seem to have much to fight against me. We've lost 400 troops and have killed 12 pops and enslaved 12. They have not killed a single pop of mine. And yeah, I mean, we're just dominating them right now, which is exactly what we're looking at. Oh, snap. Well, we just got stack wiped. That's unfortunate, and that is where I'm not sure what that does. You cannot raise this levy again. So yeah, that levy is stuck down because they got stack wiped. But once again, I know the levies are based on your pops. Do I lose pops because that levy got stack wiped? That is the only thing I still do not know. Stability has decreased due to a new ruling party, because I think that would make fighting wars really interesting if when you went to war, you risked, if a levy gets wiped out, those pops, at least in my mind, should be permanently lost. A new researcher is needed. This is when we always go for the best. It's too bad. I actually wouldn't have minded doing Rulianus there, who doesn't like me, but he's just, we've only got the one disloyal guy, and so it's not that big a deal. It could be a lot worse. And I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to be able to take Sicily. We got some oratory advances, which is now, okay, so we got a new invention we can get. I'm going to go with the heavy infantry discipline. Once again, I'm just going all military right now. I don't know if that's going to backfire on me. I just really like the inventions and the way it's done, and the fact that I can just focus on military right now if I want to. Later on, maybe when we're expanded more, when we've got a dominant military force, we can use some of those inventions to, build up our techs. I might want to throw some into, like population growth, things like that, because that actually will help with the military. It'll help build up our ability to raise levies. We won a naval battle, I think. Cool. And actually gained, I think we gained a ship or two. Sweet. And we won the siege. So now we are going to be able to continue. I believe the next, is this a fort? I believe, yep, we got a fort here. And then we've got some allies of theirs up there. Do I want to, I mean, I could just go boom. I wanted to take like some chunks here. So we got forts and capitals not taking. I really want to take Corsica is the only thing, and that's the only reason why I'm not going to peace out just yet. If I can knock them out of the main Italian peninsula, then we will look at moving elsewhere. So we're actually going to raise this levy back up. Take our 2K, bring them up here. And the idea is, I'm surprised that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually leave that up to my vassals. So here's what I'm thinking now. If I let my vassals expand there, we got another civic advance. So we're going to get a bunch of techs now because, yeah, all of our civics are about to go through. We could get military training, reinforcement speed, fighting season. I mean, that supply actually could be really useful. Loyalty of generals. Is this discipline? Nope, that's... Oh, that is heavy infantry discipline again. That's just general discipline, starting experience, discipline. So why don't we go with reinforced speed, and then we're going to go grab that other discipline down there. And we're just going to build up a powerful fighting force right now. And I'm hoping that my friendlies will do. And if not, we're just going to go to Corsica. We're going to smash up the enemy that's there. And then we will come back and take out the rest of the mainland. But the mainland should be fine for now. Dang, I can only put 5,000 on here. That's not good. Because of the fact that, I mean, let's go to the northern area here. And I'm actually going to move this army up here. Did they only put 2K on? That's not good. Alright, so I might actually not be able to do... Because, yeah, they're just going to move that right there. Alright, so Corsica might have to come in a different war. Because as we can see there, they are not about... I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to try just moving the Legion over. Because I really think my 8K Legion stack should be able to stand up well to theirs. At least maybe long enough to get me over the rest of what I need. So is this the Legion? Yeah, Legio Italia. And they're already carrying 4 cohorts. That is all that they can carry is 4 cohorts. They are too small. Okay. So if I wanted, I could build up a navy. Because I can't get over there. Alright, well then, peace is imminent. So, let's, I'm just going to take what I have. Which, honestly, I mean, that's a pretty significant expansion. And we'll go to war with them again to take Corsica at a later time. But my navy is not strong enough to let me push over there at the moment. We're lacking a governor here. We'll put the best guy for the job. And we can get some inventions. So that's going to let me get just 2.5% discipline boost across the board. And another mission done. End the Etruscans. Perfect. Let's see, what do we want to do? 5 and 4. 4 and 4. 7 and 4. Or 5 and 4. Trade good base metals. And the metals is, I mean, that's solid. What do I want to do? I mean, this one gives me the most become Roman. But this one, I like that base metals. Yeah, let's do the City of Metal. And what do I need next? Where are the Apuans? Okay, so we are Now, I mean, we've got the northern Italy outside of Etruria and Etruria, and the tribes up here. We've got northern Italy, basically where we would want it to be. And now I want to look at taking that boot. We also can now raise a levy, except for none of the local cultures are integrated. That's good to know. So we got to integrate them to then be able to levy them. Armies are locked in movement. Okay. So let's go and stand down. Stand down. We got a little bit of stuff from them there. And we are going to start looking at how exactly am I going to break into... How exactly am I going to break into southern Italy? Because looking at this here, so attacking Apulia would pull in Sipimonia, which is just that little one there. Who else are we going to pull in? The big one. Yeah, it's basically, that would put us into a war with the entire boot here. Except for these three, it's going to pull the rest of them in. Which, normally I would say, playing this game, not a big deal. It is a little bit different because of the, can I approach the Greeks? No. It's a little bit different because of the fact that I can't raise an army like I normally would. I can, okay, so I can destroy my Italian subjects. Courage expansion, there are at least 3 non. I think the only thing that I can take here, it's telling me that I have a mission available. Destroy the Italians. I don't want to declare war on my subjects because that's just going to result in, 8 to 10,000 troops that I don't have during any given war. That would make 0 sense. Okay, so they are a subject. We are not ready for... Okay. They call for aid against Carthage. We're not ready for war yet. That's going to make it so I can build ships and heavy infantry better and gain claims on Carthage. Or I can be friends with Carthage, and yeah, we're not ready for war yet because this is Rome, and Rome goes to war with Carthage because that's what we do. I can trade wine. You know what? I'm actually going to do that because we're running quite low on money. Yeah, that defensive alliance in the south honestly is worrisome. This guy is not happy that he's not getting a position in government. But I don't really feel like giving him a position in government because he's kind of being a grumpy old man. Alright. Multi-discipline. No, I wanted to go with Legion maintenance costs. And then that's going to let me get heavy infantry discipline, which is going to move into experience decay, and it's going to move into plus 10% discipline. Alright, so we keep getting raided by pirates. So I actually want to see, can I set this guy to destroy pirates? So I'm just going to let that naval fleet do its own thing. And whenever there are pirates around, they should go out and fight them. Carthage wants olives. I'm not trading with Carthage. I don't want to give them something that could make them stronger. So yeah, they can deal with it. They have expanded a little bit down here, but honestly not enough to really make me worry. The neglected loses loyalty. That guy loses loyalty, and they are rivals now. That's fine. Honestly, not a big deal. Religious advances. Sweet. Okay, so that's going to let me get... What was it I wanted to go into? Heavy infantry discipline. The heavy infantry discipline is incredibly useful. And army morale recovery, more discipline. I mean, all of these, I'm just trying to get as much discipline as I can because I want our legions, when they hit the enemy, I want the enemies to crack. So, yeah, Marius still won't... I mean, can I get any allies, maybe? Maybe that could be something we look at. I mean, I could ally places like Syracuse. But honestly, once again, I'm Rome. Any ally is just prevention of future expansion. Alright, so what are we looking at here for characters? 9377, 9684. I mean, honestly, the 9377 I'll take. That one looks like the slightly better one. And he can adopt the family name. Perfect. Lack of governor. Didn't we already put a governor here? Oh, no, this is Magna Graecia. So this is a new governor. And are any of the families... No, I guess we'll just go with the best guy because the families are not that. One, they're not scorned, and two, they're not that good. You gotta love it when your leading families aren't your best candidates. It just means you gotta pick the junk guys for the job. We are almost able to take our first military advance. Once again, with the new update, militaries have also completely changed. We're going to be going for Roman traditions, and we're going to be, oh my goodness, I don't know which one to do. Do I take siege ability, or do I take that 15% heavy infantry offense? Heavy infantry discipline is right after there also. Oh my goodness. Siege engineers. I mean, all that siege stuff is so useful. Roman roads. That's incredibly useful. Building Roman roads and then having that movement speed. That's incredibly useful. Oh my goodness. There's so many things in that Roman spot where it's like, I want it. So they are at war right now. But I mean, that's probably one that they're going to win. I was honestly hoping that, maybe they get broken up or something, that they'd lose and I'd be able to declare war on someone else. I doubt that they lose only because they do have their large defensive alliance, which isn't involved. Did they declare? Interesting. That actually could make things very interesting. Let's grab that wood sales, and grab that olive sales. It's going to almost put us at a spot where we're making good money. And we'll sell some wine. That might be enough to put us over the top. Great Wonders. Temple of... Oh, okay. So, what is my Great Wonder? There's so many things here trying to figure out. So, I have the Temple of Jupiter Optimus is a Great Wonder that I control in the city of Rome, which gives me 20% omen power. Okay. Sell some olives, sell some wine. We cannot move against Quintus. Yikes. I could imprison. Yeah, sure, we'll imprison him. Why not? He was treasonous, I guess. I don't know, that's what they said. Lack of a governor. So this place needs a new governor? Doesn't look like it needs a new governor. I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on here. Okay. Cool. I mean, allegedly it needs a new governor, but when I bring this up, I'm not seeing a governor. So, let me go and check some of these. Okay, so cultural assimilation, religious conversion, those are actually all going at relatively good speed. Local import routes increased or veto. I mean, I'll take that. I mean, that's fine. Another import route. That doesn't hurt anyone having that. Let's go and increase our commerce, just increase our money a little bit, especially during this time of peace. And continuing to try to figure out why the governor isn't popping up. This is yet another... oh, okay, I know exactly why. Yep, okay. So I had minimized that at one point. So let's go and put on... Dang, that guy's a 13. Yeah, we'll put on the best guy for the job. Easy. Military tradition. Do I go for my legions being able to smash everyone around or siege ability? I mean, my legions are already quite strong. That siege ability is incredibly useful. I'm tempted to do that. Oh, and you get what? So you get 3 innovations for doing that. Oh my goodness. So some of these... I'm actually going to do this because of the fact that... So the next time I get 100 military power, I can take this one, which is going to give me +1 siege engineers and 3 innovations. 3 innovations is going to give me 3 more things. I mean, that's huge. That's a major boost. I like that. That makes actually your military tech really interesting, sort of deciding what way you're going to go with that because of the fact that I would have gone probably for the army strong, but going for the defensive ones actually, or the siege ones, makes sense there because of the fact that you get that boost. I like that. I like that a lot. Do I want to build anything? This is one of those things with... So if I go... There's so many buildings in here, and it's not quite like one of the things I like about EU4 is you just click on, this one and it tells you exactly, oh, I guess this also does, but that's not going to change my income in anyone. So like tax offices, oh, okay, never mind. It's going to tell me exactly how much money I would get from building something. Corrupt governor of Magna Graecia. Great, that's exactly what we need. Why is everyone corrupt? Alright, we're going to send the administrators in to fix up his mess. That just keeps happening every time we have governors. They're corrupt. Probably because I was bribing everyone early on. Disloyal provinces. I mean, at this moment, I'm really just sort of waiting for an opening. Trentum wouldn't join them. I mean, that's not really that big of a deal. I can't believe Massalia still doesn't like me. Although I think if I raised my my levies, they would definitely be in a more spot where they're more okay with me. So I could, if I had 100, yeah, I could switch over to the Italic tribe, which makes me wonder if so I could embrace certain influences, which must be under culture. So like I could probably do some stuff here to embrace certain cultures, which then opens up the ability. That is a really interesting, I like that a lot. Because of the fact that it opens up the ability. You could have sort of like a Persian Roman Empire if you wanted to go down the Persian branch as the Roman Empire if you expanded over there. It's an interesting little touch. I really like that. Rather than limiting people to whatever they are, it opens up sort of sandbox ability to do different things. I'm really just waiting on what was I looking at? We're going for levies. 16 claimed, but oh snap. I did not expect that. So I can get 7 pops from here. And because of the fact that I have a legion, I get less pops. So what I'm actually going to want to probably do is, let me pause it because it can't let me run it and do it at the same time. So if I was to do that, there we go. So that's going to add, 3K? So it's going to put them at 13K or 11K. What if we added 2,000 more light cavalry? Cannot go that high. So, what if we added a sapper? So that's going to cost most of my money, and I'm okay with that. But that's going to move our legion to 11.5 thousand. What if we view our history? What do we got? With its creation as our first legion by the Publius Cornelius Barbadius, Legio Italia is recognized as primogenia. Instructed Legio Italia to spare the enemy capital of Apulia from sacking. Legio Italia delivered a glorious victory in the hills of Ilva under the leadership of Publius Claudius Muse. I love this. This is such a cool way to follow the history of your legions. Wow, this makes the whole update worth it. That is awesome. I love that. And if I'm correct, the hills of Ilva, that was the war, the battle we won here on Ilva, where we stacked wiped the Etrurians, and basically that won us all of northern Italy. That's cool. I like that a lot. But now if I go to levies, unable to levy. So I cannot pull any more pops from Italy because Italy has a legion. Now, if I can expand either Magna Graecia or Cisalpine Gaul, that would let me pull some levies from there. But right now, I am basically maxed out with the Italian Legion. Also, I need a little bit more money, so we're going to sell some stuff. Now, is it possible value displays the potential strength of Legion raised in this governorship? Yeah, this really is. I like the way they changed up military. I feel like it actually almost makes it harder to just steamroll. Because in reality, prior to 2.0, I would have a massive army right now. I would already have the southern part of Italy, but I'm limited because I have an 11k stack. And that's sort of all I can work with. I still want to do this war. I mean, I can pull in all my people. And, I mean, they're in the middle of a war, which makes that really tempting. Okay, so they would pull in the southern bit there. They'd pull in Lucania. They'd pull in Tarentum, Thuria, the little one there. And I mean, that would get me basically the boot. And it's primarily 1k stacks, which makes me think, alright, that's not that big of a deal. I can deal with 1k stacks. And I'd have my 4 that I'm pulling in. So I kind of go back and forth. Do I do it? Do I not do it? Do I do it? Do I not do it? I think my armies should be stronger than them, but I'm not sure because I don't have a way to check that. Why is this red? They are above the supply limit, so they are just melting armies right now. Morale of armies, I will take that rather than getting a new person to recruit. So why don't we put them, because honestly, if I was to go to war, we're probably just going to take out Sapontum first. And I do believe, yeah, so yeah, the different, you can see these are both levies. You can tell by the fact that they are, just the way that their images is. The Legion here, if I scroll in on it, I mean, that is a legionary. The armor, that's really nicely detailed. The shield, well, you go down here, I mean, that's clearly a levy. They're sort of just someone who's pulled up. They've got a spear and a shield. That would be standard levy equipment. They didn't get the full legionary equipment. They were considered more of sort of the auxiliary troops. They were the light troops that went in versus your heavily trained legions. That's a nice little touch there. I kind of would like to declare war on them rather than declare war. So one of the ways that I'm looking at this also is if I go to war, one, I don't have to deal. You know what? I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Why not? YOLO. I don't have a claim on them. I do have a claim on them, though. And that's going to pull in everyone but Tarentum. It's going to pull in someone else that the other one isn't going to pull in. Is it Brutia? I don't want to pull them in. That's the problem there. What about this one here? Don't have a claim on them. So I'm actually going to do this slightly different. Let's go and fabricate a claim. Because of the fact that I do want to go to war with them, but I don't want to pull in that other one there. So let's go covert action, fabricate claim on Tarentum. And now how does that work? Is it just a percentage? Man, they cannot find somewhere where they can sit. Here we go. Have them sit right on the coast there, so they're not just melting troops. And okay, yeah. So it's a percentage. No, that's opinion. Claim fabrication. Okay. So we're just sort of waiting that. Oh, absolutely, I'm an Iron Man because I've actually never gotten like the Mare Nostrum team. I haven't gotten most of the achievements with Rome, so I figured if this playthrough works out well, we're gonna go get some Roman achievements. So we're kind of just waiting here, and if it doesn't go well, then YOLO, we'll just switch to another country next time. I cannot believe the Antigonid Kingdom is just rocking Greece. Oh my goodness! The Antigonid Kingdom's in Egypt. The Seleucid Empire, this was all Egyptian at one point. The Seleucids have completely knocked them back. And actually, the Seleucids are pushing, or Seleucid. I apologize there. I believe it's the Seleucid Empire has been pushing the Antigonid Kingdom back. The Antigonid Kingdom is fleeing into Greece and Egypt. There is some interesting things going on here with the heirs of Alexander. And we're literally 16 years into the start of this campaign, and already one of the heirs is completely messed. Alright, so once we get this 68 to 100, we are going to be going to war. And it's going to be a... Oh, what just changed? What just changed? Alright, so we now need a new governor. And we're going to put this guy in charge. Who I think is literally the guy who we just pulled. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just put him back in. Now that might change the, oh my goodness, that worked out. So that's going to pull in, yep, because the little guy won, we're actually going to be able to take territory now. Wow, that works out because that lets me avoid that large defensive alliance. That is absolutely fantastic. So let's go knock out their allies. And, yeah, we should be able to steamroll this and take a huge chunk of the boot. And then our claim here will be done. And we'll actually be able to go to our next war. We already knocked out a 3K stack. Massive victory. I mean, my Roman troops are sort of, I would hope, at this point, they're basically unmatched on the peninsula. Do I want to demand payment? Demand his resignation? Or commoners are not my problem. You know what? The popularity is not that bad to make him loyal. And then I wanted to see, do I have any levies? Not really. I can raise a 2K stack, but I'm going to leave them rather than mess with my economy by raising levies. We're going to let them sort of do what they're doing. We've got our, what is this, about 8, 9K coming down from our vassals. Let them do what they do, and we're just going to carpet siege and take an easy win. I mean, I'll take it. That's awesome. That war worked out really well in my favor, just opening up a spot into Italy. I don't know why. I mean, that's just sort of the AI being dumb, building a border with me on territory I had claims on. But we should be able to afterwards declare war here. And, nice. Our Navy's doing good. But if we declare war here, that's gonna be the one that brings in the pretty big defensive war. But, shouldn't be that bad. But I do think that this war probably will be the end of the stream. As I said, I did want to spend some time with my wife, and it is getting relatively late. Look forward to continuing this playthrough, either at some point this week or my regular Monday map game streams. So we were doing EU4, but I'm thinking it'll probably be this game, and I might try to see if I can slip something in. Maybe if I have a day off, and I know that I'm going to be spending time with my family on the next day, we'll do a stream the night before. But once we finish this war, that'll be it. If you guys haven't already followed, you should follow. If you haven't already subscribed, hey, why not? That'd be cool too, right? Yeah. And you can check out my YouTube channel and stuff for some other stuff that I've got going on. Over there, I do map game stuff, time lapses, whatnot, the whole 9 yards. It's probably primarily going to go to time lapses now. I had been doing on the YouTube channel AI only stuff, and I still might. But my time is just very limited, and those are pretty editing intensive. So until we get, sort of subs on the Twitch channel or, some more follows on YouTube, more subs on YouTube, and I'm able to dedicate more time to this, some of those might have to take the back seat and maybe do like a once a month kind of thing. But this is just an easy war. I mean, they absolutely handed me this territory, and I will take that any day. Now I'm curious, how much did this get updated in real time? Yep, sack the enemy capital. I mean, that's one of the things that I cannot wait is to look back at the end and be able to look through that and just see everything that the Legion has been up to. I'm probably going to work towards a compromise. I don't really want to upset the traditionalists, so let's work towards a compromise. Everyone knows that a compromise is always the way to go because it means nothing good actually happens. You just get mediocre. We're going to lose some approval from the populace, but we'll gain loyalty, gain some freemen, gain political influence. We lose a little bit of popularity, but hey, you know what? I think that works out pretty well. And I think that the other one is Thuria here. But once I take this, I might sort of be okay with that. I don't know if I want a piece of territory that, is it Torre? No, it's Croton. Oh, yeah, it's this one down here. Probably going to leave that until we actually get down there. I mean, I probably could take it now. I could probably even turn them into a sort of a vassal state. Do they have territory up here? Oh, they did take territory up here. Awesome.
It's a Lucian revolt? I actually don't know if I'm involved in that at all. No, I'm not. That's just a war going on next to me that I actually have no say in right now. Cool. So yeah, once this capital falls, that'll be a nice, quick, easy war right there. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna take the popularity because his popularity is falling pretty low. And this fort was really well. I think it started with like negative 49 or something. Might have even been more than that. Stability. That's not a big deal. How awful. Have him impaled by a battering ram. Yes, because my ruler is a lunatic. Absolutely. We bring sad news. Marcus Fulvus Corvus was killed as a result of someone else's lunacy at the age of 61. He was the tribune. He was a Roman minor character. We just killed someone with a battering ram. I am so happy right now. Whose territory? Oh, so the Apulia is dealing with a revolt, and Lucia is dealing with a revolt. Okay. So the siege of Taurus has been concluded. That's going to give us basically a full war score. That is absolutely fantastic. So we just won a nice little war here to continue to solidify our position on southern Italy, as well as we killed someone with a battering ram. So, I mean, I think that's just a success, right? I would try to declare war on some of these civil wars, but they really don't put me in a spot where I can do that really well. Probably will look at something like that for the next one. This one, I was looking at this alliance, and I was like, I don't really like that they're in an alliance, but it honestly doesn't matter because they're in the defensive pact anyway, so they're going to get pulled in anyway. Should I go? And you know what? A bunch of them are dealing with civil wars. I could probably make use of that. Take out Messapia. Take out Lucia. Teriana. Yo! Mordred Viking is raiding with a party of 158. Viking raid. What is up, guys? Let's go. That is the biggest raid I have ever seen. And can I say 169? First off, nice. Second off, that is the most that I've ever seen on my channel at one time. Mordred Viking, you are my hero. Thank you so much for showing up. And checking out this little Imperator playthrough that I got going on right now. So what's up, everyone? How you guys doing? How's everyone? How is the stream, Mordred? What do we got? We got Adam. What's up? Adam, thanks for the follow. Malo, what's up? Chrono, Grand Marshal, Griswold. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Alright, so we're going to do another YOLO war here. Oh my goodness, I already did it. I was so distracted by the fact that the raid was going on that I didn't realize I had declared war, but that's no biggie. Playing some of this. What'd you think of the new update? I am absolutely loving it. It has breathed a fresh of breath air into this game, and I am absolutely loving it. Moon Piglets, thanks for the follow. Also, anyone else that I might have missed, thanks for the follow. You know what? A ruler is born. Daughter has been born, and you know what? We're gonna go with this. The daughter's name is Mordred Viking because I mean, why not, right? So that is my way to say thank you. Is you are now a daughter in the Roman Empire. The levy system is amazing. It is absolutely just, it's the best. I really like the way that it does with the armies, and it's messed me up a little bit because I didn't fully realize I made a legion, and a legion completely wipes out your ability to pull levies if you max out the legion. So that's definitely messed me up a little bit. In sort of my expansion and my ability to go there because of the fact that my legion is stronger than the levies was, but it's a much smaller army than I had before. Let's go get this morale and discipline, that little bit of a boost, 7.1%. That actually should be a pretty significant amount. Leading from the front, great. You know what? It's the right thing to do. You're gonna die. Or you lose brave. Die, lose brave, die, lose brave, die. I mean, I'm not gonna let the wusses run this empire, right? I mean, they go fight from the front. We're to burn everything to the ground. Well, I mean, there might be a lot of raiding and whatnot. You destroyed your capital levy with a legion, and that's what I didn't even know what I was doing. It was one of the first things I did. I just went and changed my laws, and I was like, you know what? I want a legion, and I don't care what sort of punishment that I'm gonna deal with for getting a legion, but I want a legion, and it's gone well so far. One of the things I have noticed is the fact that my expansion is so much slower with the new levy system, and I kind of like that. I think by now, 20 years in the old system, I 100% would already have Italy unified and be getting ready to go to war with Carthage. Oh, Grand Marshal, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. But yeah, I would be 100% ready to go to war with Carthage, and it's just it slows everything down. The fact that I'm limited right now to 13,000 troops. A 13,000 army max. If I pull in that other levy there, which I'm not really because it's like 2,000 troops and it's not that big a deal. Let's go see if we can knock out this 9k stack here. What is it? 7. Oh, sweet. Yeah, if they want to separate up a little bit there, that's awesome. What I don't want them to do is to knock out. I've got my vassals there. So let's go and make sure my vassal siege is held. Actually, can I even get back? I don't even know if I can get back. Why is it not moving? I might be stuck. Yeah, so I think I got to finish this siege. I think I managed to get my troops stuck. Nice, we got claims on Epirus. Maybe we'll move over to Greece at some point. And that is the goal. So I've got one of the things also that I really love about this. So this is my Greece. As you can see, the Antigonid Kingdom has completely wiped out Macedon. This is Egypt. As you can see, the Antigonid Kingdom is moving into Macedon. And the Seleucid Empire has basically eaten up the eastern half of the Antigonid Kingdom. And the AI, especially the heirs of Alexander, the Diadot... And actually, that's funny that you mentioned that, Moon Piglets, because that's exactly what... Great minds think alike. But yeah, the Diadochi situation is so much more interesting. They just seem incredibly aggressive with... They actually fight the wars of the Diadochi. And I don't know if that's because of the Civil War, or not the Civil Wars, the mission trees. I don't know if that encourages them to be more aggressive. But so far, I mean, this is sort of my first playthrough, and I do plan on doing an AI only at some point just to sort of see exactly how things go, and I'll end up throwing that up on my YouTube channel, Wreath Productions. If anyone wants to sub over on YouTube, that'd be awesome. But yeah, I'm interested to see because the Diadochi seem so much more unique in this playthrough, so much more dynamic. I mean, the whole game so far seems dynamic, and the first playthrough will sort of do that, and it'll be interesting to see if some of that carries over in future playthroughs. But yeah, I'm loving the Diadochi situation so far. Destiny Calls You is now following. Thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. Matt Scoot, is the Alexander DLC worth paying for, or just stick to Marius right now? I bought it because I'm a sucker for Paradox games, and I literally buy every single DLC for every single Paradox game because that's just me. But I think if you're interested in playing as Thrace, Macedonia, Seleucid, Antigonid, Egypt, it's probably a must-have. The fact that Marius is separate makes it amazing and totally playable, but I'm hoping to do a playthrough either as Macedon or Egypt at some point. We'll do a stream of that and check out some of it. But if you're like me and you prefer to play countries that have mission trees and have sort of fleshed out dynamics to it, I think it's almost required to play some of those countries just to make them more entertaining. All right, so let's go and knock out some of these here. Let's go banish, get rid of that aggressive expansion. So we should be able to... Can I knock anyone else out? So where we just start slowly whittling down our enemies. Oh, wrong button. That's going to happen sometimes. Yikes. This is where I just completely forgot how to play the game. How do I Oh my goodness. There's a giant cancel button here and I couldn't figure out how to get out of that screen. Does AI... Yeah, I do. Yep. Square, thanks for the promo drop there. I appreciate that. Also, as we were talking about, did I have a thing? No, I just have the stupid destroy Italian allies. My absolute favorite thing might be going to the legions and viewing their history. And just being able to look at, this is like my plan when I finish this playthrough, is to just go to my first legion and see everything that that legion has been through. Nice. All right, so this is big. This is what I've been waiting for. This is going to let me get the cohorts. That 10% discipline is going to be absolutely fantastic. I've been throwing all of my tech into the military branch. As you can see, I haven't even touched civic or oratory. I'm just trying to make my Roman legions tanks, and then we'll sort of go from there. All right, so let me pull my 11K. We're going to go siege this city over here as we continue to move around. They're definitely a little interesting. So there's a couple things. I haven't really noticed bugginess. I'm not a huge fan of sort of how you, sort of, as you can see, if I scroll out, it's not central, and then you have to sort of click in on the wheel and move it around. I wish that this was better designed than just, sometimes I feel like I'm in like Microsoft Paint, and I have to like sort of zoom out and use the scroll wheel to get to where I want to go. In reality, this should be different tabs, and I should be able to sort of scroll down them. So I haven't really noticed bugginess. I have noticed if I have the game running while I'm in a screen like this, it can sort of bug out a little bit as other stuff is popping up. But no, my main thing with the mission and tech trees is just the fact that it should have been tabs. So that war got white-pieced out because of the fact that I wasn't focused on taking the objective. But we did get a little bit there, so that's alright. I mean, we don't need a massive expansion. I think the other one I wanted to go for was, yep, that discipline there. So we're going to continue. Army morale recovery is solid, and then we'll get our last discipline. After that, I'm probably going to look at what I can do for country growth. But we've got a bunch of truces here because, as I said, I just missed that. The way you have to navigate was a bug, but yeah, there should be tabs and a scroll bar. I agree, and that is the big thing for me with that. The lack of tabs and lack of a scroll bar absolutely drives me nuts. Other than that, and I mean, just sort of going through some of this again, and I know probably most people have seen this, but I mean, you haven't seen it on here, right? I mean, just designing it like this. I mean, this mission tree, except for that it's the same exact thing. It's just smaller, so you don't see it. So actually, never mind. That is a completely bad example. But the traditions are absolutely amazing. I mean, even this, you could do it. I mean, you still have that same movement, but why not have something like this where you go into the different trees for the different branches of it? They designed something for the military tradition, but I don't know why you don't carry it over to the other one there. That just makes sense to me, and I don't know, for some reason they decided not to. Alright, so what do we got here? Nobody's scorned, which is actually working really well for me. I'm getting really good leaders for the top parts there. And I mean, we weren't able to take, I'm actually really disappointed in the way that war worked out, and the fact that I wasn't able to push the objective quite like I would have liked to, because we're now stuck in a truce, which is going to really hamper my ability to expand. I mean, I've got truces all along the southern border here. And how long are we looking at these? 73? Oh, actually, that's not that long. So in about 3 years, we'll be able to take that. We got another daughter. And let's go with Matt Scoot for this daughter. Matt Scoot. All right, Matt Scoot, you are another daughter of the Empire. And in 3 years, we'll be able to go to war with Luciana and finish up our... it's going to actually let us take a huge advancement on the mission tree, and obviously now we got Scorn Families, but we got a couple titles to pass out, and boom, right there. I haven't had a trouble with the Scorn Families yet, sort of managing them. Mercenary? I haven't even looked at mercenaries. Where do I go for mercenaries? Wow, I actually didn't even think about mercenaries. I don't know where to find that in the new setup. Nation overview, government, economy. Is it in military somewhere? Levies. Huh. I mean, yeah, if you want to tell me where to find mercenaries, I totally forgot about that, and I don't know where they are in the new setup. Mercenaries, there they are. Okay. Yeah, scroll bars. Why not have something like this? Also, this is an interesting... I like this setup for mercenaries more so than... Before, it was just they were on the map, right? That's a much better setup. It's less cluttered just having them sitting on the map somewhere. I also absolutely love the sidebar there. Supply limit. Okay. I'm actually going to send these guys back to somewhere. Maybe... Is this a... Okay, perfect. My Legion is like too big to sit around on places, so they keep just
burning through manpower, just sitting wherever. And all right, we got 2 years until we can expand south. Let me go back to my missions. Are they still on the map? Huh. I just haven't noticed them. It's one of the things that I love with the amount of stuff that they changed is that I haven't even noticed mercenaries. And so are they on the map as well as sort of in the tab or in different places? Oh, perfect. We did get Destroy the Apatines. All right, so we're going to do this. The gateway to Greece. That's going to get us a city eventually. City eventually in 3 pops. 6 and 4. Burundism, city in 4. I'm gonna get involved. Oh my goodness, I feel like it's almost gotta be Tarentum because that's like a big city. All the Burundism. Maybe we'll do the gateway to. Oh, let's go look. Earthenware, fish, horses, olives. Let's do Herenditium. All right, can we get? So we gotta go push there and then push there. So the rest of this is really just gonna be pushing into the southern half, so we're gonna just sort of have to wait a year. All I know is when they spawn it. Oh, interesting. So if I was to go to mercenaries, do they have? Oh, so it tells you. So you can look. You still have specific places where they come from, but they're not interesting. And you can recruit naval mercenaries. So so you can sort of recruit pirates. That's kind of a cool setup. I like that. Can't go to war here. I wasn't able to take Corsica, which really disappoints me. That's sort of like the main sort of you expand into Corsica there. That's too bad that I wasn't able to pull that when I went to war with Etruria. They put a 12k stack on Corsica, and I didn't have a fleet large enough to land 12k to compete with them, so we just sort of had to deal with that and leave that as is. All right, what do we got? We got 2 years, so this is sort of just the waiting point. While we wait 2 years, let some time go, so yeah, how's everyone doing? Well, I kind of just wait. What was it? 73, but it's August of 73. So yeah, we got 2 years until we can continue our expansion. Can we do any levy? This is one of the things that I also need to figure out exactly. So, you know what? Let's get maybe become more ambitious, sure, but it's gonna give us some morale. I need to figure out how to increase. Is it pops all belong to property? I'm trying to figure out how exactly do I increase the amount of troops I can raise from levies. And I know it's based on pop, and I know it's based on culture. So do I need to integrate some of those cultures in order to get some more there? Let's get some more discipline. Loyalty gain chance. How often do you stream? You're enjoying it so far. Oh, thanks, Adam. I usually stream just on Mondays. Actually, today was a completely just random because this was coming out. Yeah, I stream every Monday, and that's mainly my wife watches 911, and so there's back-to-back hour-long episodes, so I get 2 hours every single night to do a stream. And I'm looking at adding some more. I'd been dabbling with YouTube stuff a little bit, but I didn't really have the time for it, and so you know, I figured if I'm gonna spend 7 hours, it's usually I've got about 6 or 7 hours a week. You know, I'd rather play a game than just edit YouTube videos. So I've got Monday right now, and I'm looking at adding a second day in. But I work 2 jobs. I have a daughter who's 1.5. I'm married, so I don't have all the time in the world. But hey, if you guys watch, maybe I can dedicate more time to this and less time to working 2 jobs. Also, my economy is tanking. Let's go see if we can figure that out. Is it the... Oh my goodness, it is the fort maintenance. Alright, let's go clean up some of these forts. I do not need nearly as many. This is one of the problems that you run into with Rome is just dealing with... Where do I go to buildings? I want to get rid of some of these forts. Yeah, okay, so it must be here. Can I delete? Right click will cancel or destroy. So if I right click on that, there we go. Okay. And let's get rid of some of these forts because we do not need a million forts in the Italian peninsula. All that's going to do is kill our... Yo, Matt Scoot dropping the gift sub. Let's go. Thank you so much for that, Matt Scoot. And congrats, Adam, getting the sub. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I haven't streamed that. I used to stream regularly. I streamed Mario Maker like twice a week for a year, and I haven't been streaming a lot lately, but I've been really getting that itch to get back into it, and I always love Paradox games. So, I started with some EU4, and I'm leaning Imperator going forward now. See if maybe we can get all the achievements for it or something. And yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate that. I know Adam appreciates that. So far, you guys are absolutely amazing. Those of you who came over with the raid, those of you who have been here before the raid, which was literally, I think, just Square. Um, you never got into EU4, but you love EU3. I never got into EU3. I actually own it, but I couldn't get around to it because it was just so, I don't know, old, I guess would be one of the ways I'd put it. But EU4, I've played like 15 or 1600 hours in. It's that one game which I'm like ashamed when I say how much I've played it. It's been my go-to for like 7 years on and off. And yeah, we just did a really fun Byzantine run that ended with absolute disaster. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm looking forward, especially with this new update. I'm going for it, and if you guys are interested in watching it, I try to be energized, which is funny because I am honestly exhausted from an 8-hour day of work that I got called in for that I didn't think I was gonna work. So, hey, bell past your normal start time, and baby just got to sleep. Yeah, no worries, Square. Thanks for hanging out. I always appreciate you. Square's been here since the beginning. And so, thank you, Square. You go enjoy your Balloons Tower Defense, and I'll see you on the flip side. We're getting some cash, disloyal. All right, so we're about a month away from being able to invade the rest of the Southern Peninsula. And that's going to sort of open up some opportunities for us there. We bring you the sad news of Quintus Fabius ruling. Yes! I think that guy was... Oh no, it's Quintus Fabius Gurges, darn it. Okay, never mind, that's sad. There's one guy I really want to die because he's disloyal, but he just keeps tagging around. I mean, never celebrate someone's death. That's a family person. Oh man, he's 25 years old. Yeah, the one guy who hates me is 25 years old. That's great. Ooh, new decisions. Let's see what we got here. We can expand the Carpus Magnus. It's going to increase recruit speed, starting experience, and manpower recovery speed. Cost is 250. But honestly, I mean, 250 for some permanent boosts, I will take that always. The Campus Martius plays an essential role in the training our troops and inspires them to greatness. By expanding the training site, we will have a greater capacity for recruiting and preparing new soldiers for warfare. Let's do it. Perfect. How do you fix your research ratio? I mean, wouldn't that just be sort of making sure your research speeds, because your research speeds are going to be based off of their stats. Like this guy's an 11, so I've got a 110. This guy's a 6, so I've got, actually, let me go swap this guy out. There's got to be someone better. Yeah, I mean, switch him out for an 8. That's going to be the best thing. My research ratio, obviously, I'm going on military right now. I think that's what you're talking about. And so being able to sort of work that around is sort of the best that I can think of. I can still destroy my Italian allies. It's definitely something that I'm considering doing shortly. But it's another thing. Honestly, by this point, I absolutely would have destroyed my Italian allies just to get nice map name placement. But we're going to sort of leave that where it is because of the fact that I need their troops for the upcoming wars. But by the time we get to Carthage, we probably will have them destroyed. What do we got for... Accidents and cures. Do I have money? I don't have money. Yeah, there's not going to be handouts because I don't have money. So a slave just died. And, I mean, come on. If you feed a fish, he grows a man and then for life, something like that. I don't know. I'm tired. All right, what do we got? We're at 10. And we're almost there. We're like a month away from where we need to be. Lucius falls ill. He has dysentery. Oh, that's actually nasty. Poor guy. I think he's old, too. I also think I'm losing cohorts troops again, but I'm getting enough manpower. It really does not matter. For some reason, I put this 11k here. I don't know why I would do that, given the fact that, well, there's not going to get any money from that. Omen power. I mean, that could be helpful. Yeah, I mean, why not? They're going to get their agenda. They're going to get what they want. I don't really want to lose 50 approval by vetoing, and all it does is increase omen power. I mean, I'll take that. That's not necessarily a bad thing. And that's going to put us where we can declare war. This is going to be another sort of YOLO war that I don't think we'll have a problem with. It's going to pull in Brutia. It's going to pull in that little one there. It's going to pull in Hapsirion, the little one up there, and basically, okay. So I'm actually going to take my 11k, and I'm going to try to take out these sort of northern states first, and then that'll sort of let us create a bottleneck down here. So I'm going to move my army over, and then we're going to try and see if we can take really what's going to amount to almost the rest of the boot in the coming war here. And I wonder if I might actually, let me see if I can time this differently here. This is actually going to be a better war for me. Yeah, why don't I do this one? Because of the fact that that's not going to pull in Brutia. That's one less nation I have to deal with. It almost puts it balanced. That's an easy win. So we're actually going to do that war, declare that there. And I'm going to pull this 11k and actually reverse course. And we're going to try to take the southern states out, independently piece them out. And I am going to raise levies. They are disloyal. They don't. Okay, so never mind. We have 11,000 troops, and we're going to have to deal with it. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping to raise some levies, maybe get another 4k stack, but I'm not hugely worried. I don't think that at this point anyone can really match the Roman legions, even if they were to band up. But the hope is, I mean, I've got all my people here coming down. If they just start knocking out 2k stack after 2k stack, no biggie. Or if they siege, that would be another thing. If they want to siege some of the places down, I'm all for that too. Yeah, I mean, a 5k, 10k, this is easy. Can't see what, that is throwing me off so much. The fact that I can't see what I'm looking for. I do have to remember this time, as much as I want to take the southern provinces and piece them out, I have to make sure that I at least siege down Tarentum, because I don't want another white piece forced on me. That really threw me off last time, the fact that that was forced on me. Otherwise, we'd be sitting in a better situation. We get that 7% discipline boost. At this point, my Legion's discipline boost is just through the roof. And we're going to pull... Yeah, so they've got those up there. Celebration is an order. I don't have money for that. We will thank the Oracle. So I can either have... Oh, so it just means it's shorter. It's literally shorter by 60 months, and it's the same thing. I am not paying 121 for an extra 60 months. Goodness. Siege was 1. Actually, that was quick. That's really useful. So we're going to be able to move up to Tarentum and start taking their territory. My vassals are not doing good right now. They're actually getting knocked around a little bit, which is unfortunate. But that, yes. All right, so we're going to be able to knock out that 5k stack. Easy. Not going to be a stack wipe because of just, I don't know, stack wipes are hard in this game. 1,700, 2 of them knocked out. They got 3k left. If I can sit and knock this out... Ideally, I'd want, like, that 1.3k. If they could take this down. Is that one not a... Oh, that's not a fort. Okay, perfect. There we go. Let's bring that around. Oh, was that a fort? That is a fort. Why wasn't it taking it? I don't know. Maybe I just missed it. Oh, it's probably on the... I'm an idiot. I'm so used to... And it might just be... EU4. But if I'm correct, isn't it normally over here, the percentage that drops down on a siege? The fact that it's over here now, I'm pretty sure that's what just happened, and I completely missed that I was sieging them because of the fact that I thought that I wasn't sieging them because it's in a different spot. I'm pretty sure that just happened. If not, I'm just an idiot, which is also very much a possibility. No, and if you're wondering at all, if you're sitting there and you're like, man, this guy's computer is slow, that is correct, and it shows itself a little bit in some of these sieges or in the peacetime. I am working on getting a new processor for my computer. I'm in touch with a family member of mine who knows about computers because I'm computer illiterate. I did recently install 2 SSDs to make the loading screens and save times go faster, but I'm hoping once I get a nice processor, it's going to make these streams also just a lot more streamlined in the fact that, I mean, everything's just going to go faster, go better. And so that should be a nice thing if you're kind of like, man, this is a little slow. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, a better processor, and we'll be able to run sort of these wars, these peace times at, 3 or 4 times the speed that we're running it at right now. So if I can take this, I'm hoping if I can take this before they free this, I can then sort of swing this army south and take them out there. Ideally, there we go. Okay, so we won the siege. Now, if I can swing this down here, I really wish my vassals would just knock out Septonium and take the 2 northern forts here while I'm dealing with the armies. 42%. I'm not sure if we're going to get there in time. It's very yes, nice. They pulled off. So it doesn't matter because they pulled off. Now, if I was able to pause that in time, yep, perfect. Let's stop my army from advancing. Okay. Ooh, that's actually because they merged. I would actually lose that fight. Interesting. So a combined force, I'm actually not able to beat. That is good to know. What if we were to go up here? I want to make sure we don't get forced into a peace. But I also want to start military restructure. Increase morale of armies. You know what? I'm going to place my trust. Increase morale of armies. I mean, I'll take that. That's actually really useful. I don't like that this 14k stack I can't beat. I'm honestly kind of surprised given... Oh, but if they join me, is there a follow or an attach button? Split in half, create new unit, border forts, embark, attach 2 units, order full, desecrate. Okay, so it's not like... I know in EU4 you can like allow allies to attach, and that's sort of what I was looking at there. Does not seem like that's a possibility at the moment, though. But, I mean, we're going to try this. So a lot of it's going to depend on what we get for help. So we just hit them there. That 5k joins. That should be enough. Fugitives across the border. They're going to be friendly fugitives. They're going to be minor characters. Or I can kill them. Honestly, I don't feel like dealing with more people. I'm just going to put them to death. That's one of the things always, like managing characters. I'm like, the less characters I have, the more control I have. And that to me just seems so much better. So that is 8,000 of them dead. And I'm actually looking at where I think if I take this fort, I can knock Louisiana out of the war because I'll control both of their capitals. And that should be enough to at least change the balance of power enough where there's not much that they can do to resist me. And it's their big button. Man, this is why I keep you guys around. Murdoch, I appreciate it. Big button. That's shock action. Force march. Unit reorganization. Build road. Attachments not allowed. Attachments allowed. Oh, it's the one that's a different color also. Wow, I am not smart sometimes. Thank you so much, Murdoch, for helping me out there and reminding me of how incompetent I am at times. Alright, we got a new Praetor, and perfect. The best one is of the Scorn family. That is quite useful. Yeah, we're going to knock Louisiana out of this war. And this basically, I mean, that one victory there where we killed 8,000 troops, that's the kicker right there, and really sort of cleaned this up. Because I was a little worried there for a little bit because my army actually didn't match them. I really thought being down numbers that I would be able to still beat them because I went down all that military tree and I got all the discipline, all the heavy infantry combat ability and all that. But that was actually kind of surprising. That's a good thing to know that those boosts, while helpful, are not going to be enough to just individually win the war. Alright, so let's they cannot force someone to abandon someone in a war until 36 months at bat. We really haven't gone through 36 months. Alright, that's fine. So let's go and stack wipe them. This should be a stack wipe. And then we can start just sieging everyone. This is basically game over. I think we've got Thuria to take. I believe, is Aaliyah in the war? Aaliyah is also in the war, so that's another one we're going to want to knock out. So that's the stack wipe right there. Take that territory. Now if my vassals will just go take the northern states, I can take Aaliyah and Thorio. And easy, easy money. 1 second. Oh, hey, someone joined the Discord. Sorry, my wife just texted me. Sorry, I usually don't look at my phone when I stream, but if my wife texts me, my wife comes first. I love you guys. You guys are awesome, but sorry, she's kind of the priority. But no, she was just letting me know what was going on, and I was letting her know what was going on. Is that going to be a win? That's going to be money if that's a win. And I think it is. Ooh, they're losing troops though. I was going to say they had the morale to do it, and it does look like they might. No, I think they broke. Well, it was a good effort, and they knocked them around a little bit, so that's not bad. And now it's just the siege. I actually think they might have won. I think they're just retreating to regain their manpower. That's awesome. That's going to give us the southern portion of Italy. Let's go and X that out. And I don't think we are at risk of the war being forced into a truce. Partially because, I mean, we haven't even gone 3 years. This is one of the things I would love to knock out some of these places and really limit what we have to deal with. I do think that they might have broke. They are going a very far distance away. I really want someone to take out Sapontium. And we still just destroy the Italian allies, but that's not going to be that big of a deal. We got a civil war that ended. Let's go check out what's going on in the rest of the world. The Antigonid Kingdom sort of still doing what they're doing. Granaries have been raided. We're going to spend some money to replace that. We've got the money to do it, so that's not a big deal. Oh my goodness! What is happening to Egypt? I mean, there's now 3 Egypts, and the Antigonid Kingdom is just Egypt. That's amazing. Wow. I mean, Antigonid Kingdom knocked out Macedon and Egypt. They still can't hold the Seleucids back. But that is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. That's going to lead to really interesting when I do get around to where I'm expanding into Greece, which when you're playing as Rome is honestly relatively early on. The fact that I'll be dealing with a massive Antigonid Kingdom plays a little differently than it used to. It used to, by the time that you got to Greece, Macedon or Macedonia was still literally the exact same thing. They hadn't expanded. Maybe they expanded a little bit, but you just sort of knocked around the little city-states. And even here, wow, Sparta has expanded quite a bit. They're kind of getting locked in by the... Oh, no, that's Messania. I thought that was the Antigonids. But that's a really cool successor state, what's going on over there. All right, the Siege of Ella is over. I'm going to go knock these guys out. And I should be able to start white-piecing some of these guys out. Lusitania, let me get that white... Or not white-piecing them out, but let's just take them. Put them to the banishment because, once again, I don't feel like dealing with people. So let's go and sue for peace. I should be able to knock out Elia. Let's get rid of them. Banish them. Because of the fact that, once again, reducing my aggressive expansion as much as I can is always a beneficial option. Oh, so they're starting to free up some of this territory here. Why don't I go see if I can knock them around? My vassals have been absolutely useless. And I'm starting to think if actually beating them might be more useful than whatever they're doing right now, which is not much. Because I think that they absolutely had the opportunity to do more, and they just haven't. We also have no money right now. That's not good. I'm not sure where all that went, but it's gone. So we'll have to see if I misplayed some things here. What is this? Might get War Goal enforced automatically because it's been going on so long. Okay, so what I want to do, so let's go move up here. I want to make sure I at least take Sapontium and then the rest of Trentum. If I miss out on, what is this, Thuria, honestly, that's not a big deal. So I'm actually not going to chase them around. We're going to go push here because we are going to get this enforced relatively quickly. I want to take as much of the boot as I can and really try to clean up those borders a little bit. Local tax, but lowered provincial morale of army. I mean, I guess we'll take a hit to the loyalty. We got a scorned family, but that's because we lost an augur, and we're going to be able to just replace it with the best one. And, ooh, missions. Okay, so we've vanquished the Lucians, so let's knock that out. And do we have any good Heraclea? I mean, I almost feel like I got to go with Heraclea because that's, like, the cool one. So, yeah, we're going to go with Heraclea. and tame the Burundians. That's one coming down there. I could approach the Greeks, and let's see if they'll be willing to, I don't know, talk. I'm pretty sure that just turns them into tributaries, though, and honestly, I'm not that interesting in tributaries. Tributary. I don't know. Tributaries are just annoying, because then you just have to break the tributaries. Oh, no, tributaries are... Are tributaries... Are these ones tributaries? I'm trying to remember the different... Are tributaries vassals? No, feudatories are. Okay. Yeah, I don't want tributaries. They're useless. As far as, like, the expansion here. If that was feudatories, I would 100% take that 10 times out of 10. But because it's tributaries, to me at least, it makes it useless. Because I've definitely taken it, and then I end up just declaring... I have to just break the tributary status and declare war on them. Because at that point, they're now just... They're in my way. Versus feudatories, at least I can use them for expansion. So literally all this is going to do is plummet my popularity. We're also in debt. That's probably not a good thing. I'm guessing we've probably... Deficit is... Yeah, this is not good. Let me see what I can do about lowering my fort maintenance. It's all those forts. So we're going to go and try to knock some of these out. I think that's going to help. We own too many forts. It's one of the problems, actually, when dealing with Italy, is you just find yourself doing this, like, after every war, just kind of cleaning up. There's so many forts just lying around, and it can be nice. You end up with a massive, defensive position in Italy. Why can't I get rid of this? I don't know. Maybe do I not control it right now? I don't know. But, yeah, you just really don't want it. They're not that useful. Get rid of that fortress. Are these also fortresses? Wow, these are some big fortresses. A level 2 fortress? I don't need that. Another level 2 fortress? Once again, I don't need that. What is this? Civilization value. Interesting. That black bar is maximum civilization and is 32% due to... Oh, interesting. So if you build buildings that increase... Oh, that's kind of cool. That's definitely new. Building buildings increases the ability for an area to become civilized. Gives you a reason to build buildings. That's kind of cool. That's new. I like that. Also, once again, my vassals are not doing all that much, and we've actually managed to lose Heraclea, the city we just took. But, hey, I mean, feudatory is going to feudatory, right? Disloyal provinces. Oh, okay, yeah, that's going to help. I don't think there's much I can do about that. Fabius family, I'm sorry. I'm going to have you lose prestige because... Oh, although I guess I could have paid the money because it's not that big a deal now. Lucius, another person died. Alright, come on, let's push this. Push this. That's where it drives me nuts, my slow computer. The Optimus agenda in office for Lucius Cornelius Scipio. Ooh, the Scipio family is a big family. He could become the governor of Cisalpine Gaul. Is he a good governor? Wow, he is trash. Yeah, I've got no faith in him. Goodness, I'm absolutely vetoing that. That is awful. They want me to put a guy with 1 in. Appius will get everything. So 85% religious advancement, but I get a corrupt researcher. I'm going to take the loyalty loss. I'm not going to deal with corrupt researchers while we're trying to still figure out exactly how to do our research sort of the best way. Siege of Scipios 1. Perfect. And, yeah, I guess we'll go push down here, see if we can knock them back. That should, actually, that might change things a little bit because of the fact that I should now be able to piece out Septonium. And if I knock them out, banish, okay. It's just going to cut, yep, they can no longer siege this place because the people who are sieging it, I just pieced out. So I'm actually going to now push this, see if we can get the rest of Tarentum. Because if we get the rest of Tarentum before the next 600 days pass, then we can get the piece that we want. I don't need to push Thuria. I mean, if I can, I will. But really, we don't want to miss out on taking the full boot. That would just be an incredible disappointment. The Legion does not have a commander. Do I not have a commander available? I don't have a commander available. Okay. So that's a new... Do I have to... So if I go to my Legion... Oh, okay, so I have to add commanders to the Legion. So let's go and add this guy, and I can add a couple of commanders. So let's add some of our top leaders to here. And now I can appoint the best one to lead the Legion. Scorned family, of course there is. And I don't really need military advances anymore. I want to see if aggressive expansion impact, loyalty of characters, diplomatic reputation. Okay, so that's only those two there. Religious, maybe? This is one of the things with this also. They're all like different sizes, so trying to figure out the best way to put it. Monthly ruler popularity gain. What do we got here? Import value. I did take this one here. Was there something I was going for? National slave output, national tribesman output, national freeman output. I think actually oratory, is one of these going to give me population growth, or is that religious? Provincial loyalty. Oh, that's actually really useful. Integrated culture. You know, I should probably do some of these if I want to stabilize my country. That culture happiness, unintegrated culture happiness, loyalty of provinces, slave happiness. All right, I mean, we've been doing a lot of war stuff, so let's go and get some religious advances and continue this war as it's going. I do need to figure... Do I have 2 scorned families? Dang, I got 2 scorned families, so let's go and see if we can clean that up a little bit. I'm surprised at that. Need to unlock the tech for temple theater for culture and religious simulation. Okay. Where... is that is that under religious, temple, and theater, or would that be civic? That's probably civic. And also Mancini, thanks, I appreciate that. That's one of the things I'm still learning a lot of how this stuff works. I didn't really look at anything. I just kind of went into it just to sort of play with it and figure out what I could figure out along the way. But yeah, so somewhere in here, I thought they added a oh. That makes, so probably if I went here, so let me pause it. It's one of the things I've noticed. If you run it while you're doing things, the game gets really glitchy. Okay, so let's do that. You know what, actually this war is basically over, and I'm pretty happy with just taking that, piecing out, and getting exactly what I want. We're now a major power, and we're going to banish them. So this is going to give me a minute to sort of figure out exactly what we're going with here. So if I go and search... we search theater. Wow, I can't type. Oh, let's do temple. Temple. Doesn't seem to do anything. I think it's 7 texts in the same tree. So if I... can't seem to figure out when I hit enter here, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't seem to be... I think it's 7 texts in the same tree. So yeah, it's probably one of these. And that might be something I might do a little bit of research in between sort of this stream and the next one, trying to figure out exactly where some of this stuff is, because I'm not 100% certain what I'm looking for there. But I mean, I did notice that certain like things are unlocked like that, so we'll have to just sort of look around at that a little bit. I do want to fix my scorned families here. Are you part of a family? You are a content family. You are a scorned family. Okay. And you are not part of a family, so let's move you around to a scorned family. You are also not part of a family, so can I make you a scorned family? And all fixed. Fire some people, make some people. There was a dev diary that showed the path as well. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to go through and watch. As I said, I skipped most of the dev diaries because I hadn't really played Imperator Rome in a while, and I sort of wanted to come into this blind. I thought it'd be sort of a little fun to just sort of, get an idea of sort of just where things are and just sort of look around. So, the tooltips that seats the tech on the building. That's smart. So let me go to, is that in, where's the building manager? It's one of these ones. Mercenaries, military, trade, culture, religion, economy. Oh, it's this top one. I'm an idiot. So if I look at, so are we talking like Great Temple? Because I can build right now. So yeah, we must be talking about the Great Temple and the Grand Theater. Which, does that need, read more about buildings. Yeah, and so yeah, that's, territory.
Wow, that loyalty, civilization. Okay. So yeah, it's sort of figuring out how to unlock the. So yeah, well that's good to know. At least now that I know that, it doesn't appear to say it on here what research you have to go down to get to it. I thought maybe if I hovered over something here, but still being able to, if I know that, oh, so now I know it's Great Temple. So what if we go to not diplomacy but to tech, and we look up Great Temple? No, still not enough. So open the city panel. Okay. So if I go to here and I go to build, say I wanted to build, I don't think I'm going to find one here. Let me go to my capital. That's probably where I'm going to find, if I'm going to find anything. So a grand theater, which left click will construct, right click will, no. So it just gives me the option, but it's not going to tell me where to get it. So I'll probably just save my points, and I'll do a little bit of research. And when we come back to this this playthrough in a later stream, I'll have an idea of where we're looking at to get those and make sure that we're in a good spot. I do hate to do this because of the fact that there are still about 70 of you guys watching and enjoying the stream, but I am gonna have to bring the stream to an end because of the fact that it's 11 o'clock or 10:15, and I've got to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. And so I'm going to go and drop us with a raid somewhere. So let me just go and set that up so we can make sure that we are raiding someone and we're dropping you guys in some more Imperator gameplay. If you haven't already followed and you want to, I would greatly appreciate you dropping a follow. I do this. I'm hoping to do this pretty regularly, and yeah, so that should be fun. I would love to see some of you guys again. If you want to see the sort of continuation of this playthrough. Yeah, Adam, absolutely. Thank you. As I said, I'm hoping twice a week, and we'll continue this. Mancini, thanks for the follow there. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to get my thing set up here, but for some reason it's not letting me. There we go. Do you guys have anyone that you'd prefer to raid into who's playing Imperator, or you guys just want to go with whoever? We'll just find someone, probably like you guys did for me when you guys absolutely made my night. Alright, so let's go and click on that. Perfect. Alright, so I just gotta bring open my stuff. I normally don't have people watching, so I wasn't in my creator dashboard and having all that set up. Here we go. So let's go and check, see who's raidable. Raid channel. Let's go with Imperator. Here we go. We can go with Kush yourself, Big Pasty Gamer. You know what? Let's go with someone small. Let's go with someone who's got like, one or two people maybe. That's basically most of them. Let's go drop you guys into Big Pasty Gamer. That sounds like a good one. And yeah, so it has been an absolute joy. Let me just go and make sure I haven't checked chat one last time. And I thoroughly enjoyed this. Oh, no, that's an old one. Wow, this chat is not up to date. Let's go and see what we got here. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy Big Pasty Gamer. I'll see you guys over there, and I'm going to head out because I'm tired. And as I said, I really hope I do see you guys again. We're going to be doing some more Imperator Rome pretty regularly. I'll see you guys next time. Wreath out. Did that work? It looks like it worked. Maybe. I'm still trying to see. I don't know if it worked. Why is it not working? Come on. Come on. Start the raid. Why is this not? Something went wrong. Of course it did. Well, I apologize for this. It does not seem like my thing wants to do a raid. Alright, let's try a different one. Let's go with this one. Yeah, so my thing's not letting me raid, which is... Oh, raid now. Here we go. Maybe? Did that work? Yo, there we go.
Love it. Doing a Rome playthrough. It's great. The military updates are amazing. Okay. All right. So with the military updates, I've noticed like I'm playing as Greece, and so I started out or Thrace. I'm one of the Greek. So with these advancements, is that I have legions to start out with. This morning, just to make sure the game worked and I knew what the hell I was doing, they didn't start with legions. It looked like I had to unlock those, but they had levies. Whereas the Greek, I have no levies, which is really weird to me. So I have legions but no levies. So I don't know if it's because I haven't started the game and the this.